All right, History American sports students, let's look at where we're at in the calendar and what we're going to be doing today. So we should have finished up the gold medal game on Thursday. Today we're looking at the 2002 Western Conference Finals. Then we're going to get a little bit more into the referee that had made some statements about that series, especially that game, game six. And then we're going to get into point shaving, and then we're going to finish up this unit with a short little project that's going to just be a culmination of this course. So that's the agenda we have right now. So I want to get more into detail on the assignment today and tomorrow. We have 2 days to work on it. For all these assignments, we have 2 days. Um, this is what you're going to do. As usual, make a copy of the assignment. Then you guys will go into, after you're done submitting it, which self-explanatory, just make sure you always get a shareable link. Go through there, don't go through the URL. All right, so what we're watching today is 2002 Western Conference Finals Game 6. Here's the gist. The Eastern Conference is represented by New Jersey, the New Jersey Nets, which are no longer in New Jersey, right? They're in Brooklyn. So it's a small market team. Their best player is Jason Kidd. It's not really a sexy team, right? It's not a big market Chicago Bulls team. Not sure if you're watching the Last Dance documentary right now, but it doesn't have the stars. It's not even like a Cleveland LeBron James team where it might be a smaller market, but you still have a star. It's just a small market, no star team, just a bunch of mid-level players. Really good players as a team, but just by on their own, they're not the NBA. So the NBA on the other Western Conference has Sacramento versus the Lakers. The Lakers have Shaq, they have Kobe, they have Phil Jackson as coach. They have Derek Fisher, they have Rick Fox, right? So they have stars and they have people that are still in the game today. And the Kings, again, Sacramento is this small market team. Other than Chris Webber, there's really no major stars. There's Peja Stojakovic, there's Vlade Divac, Scott Pollard. Again, nice players, but just Mike Bibby, really good player, especially in college. Won a national championship with Arizona, but they're just not the Lakers, right? So if you're the NBA, do you want a Sacramento versus New Jersey final, or do you want a Lakers versus New Jersey final, right? You want at least to get one of those teams in there that's going to get eyeballs. So the Kings are up 3 games to 2. Game 6 is considered one of the most egregious games in not only NBA history, but sporting history. And I'd be one of those people that advocate it. I'm not a tinfoil hat guy, but watching this game, you get kind of taken aback just how roughly called it is. And that's what you're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch Game 6, fourth quarter. All right. You go to the Haiku page. They're chronological, so you'll start with the first one right here. Just hit play, you'll watch it. We're not going to watch the entire fourth quarter, but I kind of want you guys to start getting into it. I think we start at like Shaq shooting free throws, like at the 7 minute, 8 minute mark. So I want you to kind of get the flow of the game. Um, and then once we start getting into this time, okay, I want you to get the last 4.5 minutes of the game. If you think a call is bad, all right, I want you to identify it. So I'm not having you guys do like I want 12 or I want only one. If you think a call is bad, identify it and who's hurt by it. The Lakers are the gold colored team. The Kings are the darkened colored team. So let me show you the first play that I think is pretty bad. So in the second video, we'll go to right here. Okay. So this video right here. Okay.
Quarter, Sacramento trying to wrap it up, close it out in 6. Lakers hoping to take it back to Sacramento for Game 7. Weber's called for the offensive foul. That's number 5 on Weber. And this is a terrible call. Chris Webber has this all the way. Look at his feet. His feet are outside of Robert Horry's.
So I would say that's a terrible call. I agree with Bill Walton on it. So I would put an X right there, and I would say Sacramento was hurt by the call, right? You know what they always say, and I'm sure a lot of us are athletes well, I'm a former athlete, but if you're in competition, referees are always told to let the players play, right? Swallow the whistle. If it's close, don't call it. And here you have a game that's going to decide the Kings win to go to the NBA Finals, and you're going to call a call like that. It's pretty rough. So that's what you're going to do. So it's pretty simple. Just watch it. If you think a call's bad, hit an X and then tell me what team gets hurt. And it basically gives you what time the play happened, what's the score, what's the play, and if it was a call or no call, right? So they just turned the other way, but you're going to find that the refs really blew a lot of whistles. And at the end, I want you guys to kind of add up if how many teams benefited from the calls. Uh, you're going to look at the Kobe Bryant call. This is going to be a really, please watch. Please just get into this play and watch it. And then you're going to see Michael Wilbon. Michael Wilbon's going to talk about this. I'm not sure if you're watching The Last Dance, but he's a really prestigious. I think he's the best sports reporter in the game, and he talks about this game. He's a Northwestern guy. He's from Chicago. The NBA is his thing too of all sports, and he gives a pretty damning assessment of what happened during this game. And then at the end, I'm not going to have you guys do any study guide questions, but then I want you to kind of just look at this PowerPoint. It's short, kind of go over it because the NBA got a lot of blowback by this and they had to make some changes. Um, and then we're going to get into Tim Donaghy the next 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's the assignment. So just watch the game. You identify bad calls, mark it on there, who gets hurt, and then that's the assignment. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me.